Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, I want to talk about some of the polls that I put up in relation to these jersey retirements, guys. And the jersey retirements in the NBA, they're getting ridiculous now. Everyone gets a jersey retirement, guys. And I'm actually disappointed in some of you guys, man. In those polls I put out, you guys agreed with all these jersey retirements. You guys agreed with Udonis Haslem getting his jersey retired. You guys agreed with Iguodala getting his jersey retired. You guys agreed with, you guys were 50-50 on the Vince Carter deal. And you guys were heavily in favor of Derrick Rose getting his jersey retired. And I'm shocked by that, guys. I really am, man, because when we go talk about in this video, I don't really... All these situations to me are different. There's different circumstances. But I'm going to highlight to you guys why these guys, they really did not earn a jersey retirement, guys. They just didn't. Maybe they deserved it, but they didn't earn it. And once again, guys, we've lowered the standard for these jersey retirements now, where it used to be, we're going to talk about this video. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly humbled, guys, by all the support, man. You guys know that. It means a lot, man. Real recognize real. True fans are standing up. Thank you to all you guys for the support, man. Everybody in the membership. Like I said, you guys commenting, emailing me, all that stuff, guys. It means a lot. Thank you. Excuse me, guys. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I want to talk about these NBA jersey retirements and how it's gone completely out of control now. Now, like I said, everyone gets a jersey retirement now, it seems like. And a lot of this to me seems like it's emotions, it's sympathy for some of these guys to get these jersey retirements. I do not think that they earn these jersey retirements because of their careers and, what they did in the NBA. And like I said, to me, whenever I thought about a jersey retirement back in the day, that's a big honor, I thought. To get your jersey retired. No one else can wear your number. No one else can wear your number. You were either such a great player or you had such a profound impact on the game or the franchise that no one should wear your number. No one deserves to wear your number. You earned that right. You earned that level of prestige to not have anyone else in that franchise wear your number. That's how great you were. That's how I always thought about jersey retirements. To me, jersey retirements were right up there with the Hall of Fame. Like, you were a Hall of Famer, then you would probably get your jersey retired from a franchise if you played for a franchise for a significant amount of time, had an impact on that team. Maybe you won championships, you were the leader, all these kinds of things. That's what I always thought, as far as a jersey retirement. Like I said, Hall of Fame worthy players that had great careers, that had great impacts on the game, on the franchise, and no one should be wearing these guys' numbers again. That's an honor. To me, some of these guys getting these jersey retirements, I don't think they deserve this or earn this honor. I do not believe that they were that great. Maybe they had the potential, some of these guys, or in the case of a Derrick Rose, maybe had the potential to easily be a Hall of Fame player to earn that level of honor or earn that level of respect. So like I said, guys, we're going to be focusing on the 4 recent jersey retirements. Udonis Haslem for the Miami Heat. I've done a video. I don't know if I did a video on it, but I touched on this. I may have done a video on the Udonis Haslem thing. To me, I think that's a joke, absolute joke, that Udonis Haslem has his jersey retired. But we're going to focus on Udonis Haslem, Derrick Rose, Iguodala, who was the latest jersey retirement for someone who, to me, I don't think that Iguodala is a jersey retirement worthy player. And then we're going to also focus on, like I said, the Derrick Rose. The Vince Carter jersey retirement. I think that was like last year or whatever it was. And I talked about that. I actually did a video on that one. I do not believe that Vince Carter deserved or earned a jersey retirement in New Jersey. If I told you guys, if Toronto wanted to retire his number in Toronto, I get that. Like I said, that's where he became half man, half amazing. He was really the franchise's first superstar level type player. So if they wanted to retire his number in Toronto, no problem with that. No arguments. I think that he earned that in Toronto. Vince Carter did not earn a jersey retirement, guys, for the New Jersey Nets. Like I said, guys, I live in New York. I went to a couple of the New Jersey Nets games around that time. Once again, Vince Carter does not... What did he do in New Jersey? I believe he made 2 All-Star appearances in New Jersey. They didn't make any deep postseason runs. They didn't make an NBA Finals or conference finals. Like I said, Vince Carter doesn't, like, he put some numbers up on the New Jersey Nets. I believe he might be the all-time leader in points. Maybe, I'm not sure if maybe Brook Lopez passed him. I'm not sure. But so he has some numbers, some stats, for the years that he played in New Jersey. But there was no impact there. There was no half man, half amazing, really. And he had some good years in New Jersey. No one's saying he was bad. He was really good in New Jersey, but he wasn't Toronto level. And like I said, he didn't have an impact on New Jersey like that. And like I said, if you're going to retire Vince Carter's jersey, to me, then you kind of have to retire Richard Jefferson's number 24, right? I mean, to me, Richard Jefferson had more of an impact on the New Jersey Nets at the time that he was there for 7-8 seasons that he was on the team. He was on the team that went to 2 straight NBA Finals. He was a key contributor to that team. They didn't retire Richard Jefferson's number. And like I said, he was on the New Jersey Nets for a long time and was a key member for those quality teams. They didn't retire his number. So to me, Vince Carter does not earn or deserve a jersey retirement in New Jersey. And I think with you guys going 50-50 on that, you guys get that. Right? Toronto, we all agree on. New Jersey, no. That's insane to me. Once again, we've lowered the standard now. We've lowered the standard. And you think about some of the guys that had their jersey retired from the New Jersey Nets, which are now the Brooklyn Nets, we all know, which used to be the New York Nets. You think about guys like Buck Williams, right, who was there for a long time, who was a very solid two-way player, one of the elite rebounders and defenders at that power forward position in the 80s into the 90s. Buck Williams, Julius Erving, Dr. J, obviously, probably the greatest player to play for that franchise. Dr. J, obviously, his jersey was retired. Jason Kidd, obviously, Jason Kidd's jersey gets retired. I believe they retired Drazen Petrovic's number posthumously, obviously. Now, we all know, I mean, if you think about Drazen Petrovic and Vince Carter, let's think about those two right there. Vince Carter never made an All-NBA team on the New Jersey Nets. Drazen Petrovic in his last year before the tragic car accident in the offseason made an All-NBA third team on the New Jersey Nets. And we all know Drazen Petrovic Hall of Fame status is due to his play in Europe, his European career, but also the emergence of Drazen Petrovic. Like I said, over those last couple of seasons he played in the NBA, you can see the trajectory that he was on, and he was going to easily be one of the great players in the NBA in the 90s if he did not have the tragic accident. So once we all understand why they retired Drazen Petrovic number 3 for the New Jersey Nets, I don't think anyone disagrees with that or is confused by that. So to me, Vince Carter, to me, is the easiest one of these three to say doesn't deserve a jersey retirement in New Jersey. In Toronto, absolutely. Let's go to Udonis Haslem now. Now, Udonis Haslem, to me, another clear-cut case. Udonis Haslem does not deserve a jersey retirement, guys. He just does not. He did not earn that level of respect. He's not that great of a player. The man averages, 6 points a game for his career, 6 rebounds, 0.5 assists or something. Never sniffed an all-star team. Never led the league in anything or came close to leading the league in anything. And yes, we understand Udonis Haslem was a key role player for the Miami Heat and those championships that they won. He was a key member on the first team in 06. I'm going to say he was a starting power forward alongside Shaquille O'Neal at the center position for that 06 team. We get that. Udonis Haslem was a key role player for that team. No doubt about it. But that means you get a jersey retirement? Udonis Haslem played a role in the other 2 championships in 12 and 13 back-to-backs on the Miami Heat super team. So once again, yes, he played a role in that team, not as significant as the 06 championship, but he played a significant role, like I said, a role player on the team. So he's a 3-time champion, no doubt about it, man. He earned those championships. He was a key member. That doesn't mean that you get your jersey retired. And we get it. Udonis Haslem's from Miami. They drafted him, and he plays his entire career in Miami. Great. Do you guys know that Udonis Haslem never played 82 games for the Miami Heat, guys? Never once played 82 games. And what, he played 19 years in Miami? Never once played 82 games, guys. And I'm not saying it's because he's not durable or he's not tough, but the dude never even played 1 season of 82 games, but you retired his jersey. Out of all these years, he didn't play 1 season. I believe he played 2 seasons of 80 or more. He played 1 season of 81, 1 season of 80, guys. That's it. 2 80-game seasons out of 19 years, and you retire this man's jersey? You guys act like he was there every single game, every single year, and over the last, you want to say, they literally kept Udonis Haslem around for 7 years on the Miami Heat bench when he was doing literally nothing, guys. But you retire this man's jersey? It's a slap in the face, guys, to the players that actually got their jerseys retired, that actually contributed, were big-time contributors, more so than Udonis Haslem. So we think of some of the names of the jerseys that the Miami Heat have retired. They retired Chris Bosh. We all get that, right? A Hall of Fame player. Chris Bosh. a key contributor to those championships. If Chris Bosh doesn't get that rebound and kick it out to Ray Allen, see, once again, the rebound was key, but the pass to Ray Allen was even more key and even more of a high IQ play from Chris Bosh. Because you didn't kick it back to LeBron James, who was calling for the basketball after he just bricked it. You kicked it out to Ray Allen. You knew better. High IQ play from Chris Bosh. He earned that right. One of, like I said, a Hall of Fame player who came to Miami. They retired Chris Bosh's number. I get that. No problem with that. Obviously, Dwayne Wade, the franchise's greatest player. Duh. Tim Hardaway, once again, another Hall of Fame player who played for the Miami Heat for many years, and once again was in a conference finals going against Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls in 1997. They won 60 games, or 61 games, I believe, or 60 or 61 games in 97. This was Tim Hardaway, a catalyst of that team, alongside another guy whose jersey's retired, Alonzo Mourning, another Hall of Fame player, once again, who was great. And he was part of the beginning of the Heat culture. A lot of people think the Heat culture started when they won that championship in 06. No, Pat Riley was the head coach of the Miami Heat earlier, way earlier than that, guys, 10 years earlier, coaching, once again, the Miami Heat. So he's coaching the Miami Heat, and like I said, they challenged the Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals in 1997. They won 60 games that year. They were a formidable team with Alonzo Mourning, Dan Marley, Tim Hardaway, Rashawn Leonard, right? These kinds of players on that team. They were a very good, scrappy, hard-nosed defensive team, just like Pat Riley. So they retired Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway's number. We get all of that. Shaquille O'Neal's number's retired. We get all of that. Michael Jordan, we all know they retired Michael Jordan's number 23. And then they have Udonis Haslem. So listen to those names. Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Tim Hardaway, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Alonzo Mourning, and Udonis Haslem. It doesn't even go, guys. Which one of these names don't belong? Udonis Haslem does not belong. Once again, I get it. Udonis Haslem played for Miami all these years. He's a hometown guy. I'm sure he did a lot for the community. Doesn't get you a jersey retirement, guys. That doesn't earn you a jersey retirement. If you want to put him in the Ring of Honor, you want to say, hey, Udonis Haslem in the Ring of Honor. Anytime he comes to Miami Arena or the arena, the Miami Heat game, it's free. You walk in for free. You got a seat here, guy. Anytime we could put you in the press box or, put you up there in the owner's box, you're in the Ring of Honor, man. You got carte blanche here. You never have to pay. I get that. That's outstanding. Udonis Haslem, you want to do that honor for him? Great. But to retire his jersey, so you're saying essentially how no one else can wear number 40 for the Miami Heat because Udonis Haslem wore it. It doesn't even sound right. It sounds actually ridiculous, guys, when you say it out loud. No one could wear number 40 because Udonis Haslem, who averaged 6 points a game for his career, never sniffed an all-star team or led the league in anything for Miami, never sniffed a Finals MVP, but you retired this man's jersey? Doesn't make any sense to me. Once again, he did not earn that level of respect or earn that honor. He just didn't. Not because you played for the Miami Heat all those years and you played a role on the team. That's ridiculous, man. So we're going to start putting every role player in jersey retirement because they played a certain amount of years for a team and they were a contributor? That's ridiculous, man. Michael Cooper just got in the Hall of Fame. After he played all those years in LA and was a key contributor, won a Defensive Player of the Year award, one of the elite defenders. I don't remember Udonis Haslem ever winning or making an all-defensive team, an all-NBA team, or an all-star team, none of this stuff. But Mike Cooper had to wait all these years to get in. He was much more of an impactful player for the Hall of Fame, Michael Cooper, and they didn't retire his number either in LA. But Udonis Haslem gets a jersey retirement? And I think now they're going to retire Mike Cooper's number. I'm not sure. But once again, now we've lowered the standard so much. Now you got these teams backtracking. Oh, we got to go back and retire some of these guys' numbers. Or now we got to put this guy in the Hall of Fame because now we're putting this guy in the Hall of Fame. That's what's going on in the NBA right now. These jersey retirements are getting out of hand. We've lowered the standard so much. Everyone get a jersey retirement now. You play 12, 15 seasons for one team, right? You're on the team the whole time. The team wins some games. You're a key member. You get a jersey retirement. What? We're retiring jerseys now for loyalty? Because in this era, there's no loyalty, man. Udonis Haslem, and you guys, a lot of you guys said you agreed with his jersey being retired. I'm actually ashamed of you guys for saying that. Udonis Haslem, he did not earn that honor, guys. Those are the facts. He just didn't. Now, these two situations that we're going to talk a little bit more in depth on, Andre Iguodala and Derrick Rose. Because to me, these are completely different situations compared to Vince Carter and Udonis Haslem. Now, let's start with the Derrick Rose, right? Because the Andre Iguodala was the newer one. Let's start with the Derrick Rose one. Now, some of you guys had asked me to do videos on this, on the Derrick Rose jersey retirement. Shout out to Gary who had asked me about this a while back to do a video on Derrick Rose getting his jersey retired. And a lot of you guys did not believe that Derrick Rose should have gotten his jersey retired. Now, when I put that poll out the other day, most of you guys were on board or agreed with with Derrick Rose getting his jersey retired. And I do not agree with it. But the reason why I don't agree with it is not because Derrick Rose wasn't a great player or didn't have an impact on the Chicago Bulls or the city of Chicago. None of those kinds of things. And we all know they went to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2011, and that was pretty much the last, great season for Derrick Rose. He would get his knee destroyed the next season and never come back the same. And we all know that was the end of his career. So we all get it. Derrick Rose won an MVP, the youngest MVP in NBA's history. Once again, Derrick Rose, the youngest MVP in NBA's history. I mean, it's insane when you say that like that. I mean, come on, man. Derrick Rose, out of all the MVPs in the history of the NBA, he's the youngest one. But anyway, Derrick Rose, the youngest MVP in NBA's history. MVP winner for the Chicago Bulls. Like I said, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2011. They were a very good team, coached by Tom Thibodeau. You had guys like Luol Deng and, the Carlos Boozers and the Ben Gordons and the Kirk Heinriches, the Joakim Noahs. Like, these are some of the guys, Taj Gibsons. I'm trying to remember some of the guys' names that were on those Chicago Bulls teams, that early 2010s, the late 2000s into early 2010s. These are some of the guys who had in that team. Chris Duhon, I want to say, maybe was on that team. You had a bunch of guys. A really good team, the Chicago Bulls, man. And they were led by Derrick Rose. But I don't believe that Derrick Rose deserves his jersey retired or earned that, because to me, there are other guys in the Chicago Bulls franchise history that to me had better careers on Chicago, that if Derrick Rose gets his jersey retired, then they should have their jersey retired. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. Some of these people getting their jersey retired for some of these teams, they did not earn this more than other players that played for those franchises. So, for example, like I just told you, to me, when you think about Chicago Bulls, I think about the jersey that they have retired. Scottie Pippen, duh, we obviously get that. Obviously, Michael Jordan, we get that. Bob Love, a lot of people don't remember Bob Love, played for the Chicago Bulls in the 70s. So they retired his number. We get all of that. Jerry Sloan, a lot of people don't realize Jerry Sloan's number 10 is retired by Chicago Bulls. One of the hard-nosed defensive players. I believe he made about 6 all-defensive teams for the Chicago Bulls. He was part of that backcourt. Once again, Norm Van Leer. They did not retire Norm Van Leer's number, but Norm Van Leer played for the Chicago Bulls, I believe, for 7 or 8 seasons. I believe he made 7. I believe he was all defensive every year that he was on the Chicago Bulls, guys. All defensive every single season. Him and Jerry Sloan, combined with Bob Love, formed one of the were a very very good Chicago Bulls team in the early 70s. And these are the teams that were the last decent teams before Michael Jordan would get drafted to the Chicago Bulls. Bob Love, Jerry Sloan, Norm Van Leer. But Norm Van Leer and Jerry Sloan were known as one of the greatest defensive backcourts in the history of the game. Norm Van Leer, point guard. Jerry Sloan, a hard-nosed, gritty shooting guard. And these guys, like I said, were both all-defensive team members consecutive seasons, man. These guys were tough to go against, like I said, in the backcourt for the Chicago Bulls in the early 70s, man. But Norm Van Leer's jersey is not retired from the Chicago Bulls. He made several All-Star, I believe he made 3 or 4 All-Star teams for the Chicago Bulls. Like I said, he made like 7 all-defensive teams from the Chicago Bulls. Norm Van Leer. But they didn't retire his jersey. But you retired Derrick Rose jersey? It doesn't make any sense to me. So once again, if you want to retire Derrick Rose jersey, okay, I get it, man. Like I said, he's from Chicago, the impact, the MVP trophy. Okay, if you want to do that, but then you have to get these other guys in there. Once again, you can't do Derrick Rose before Norm Van Leer. To me, that doesn't even seem right. Because Norm Van Leer, to me, had a better career or a longer, more significant career than Derrick Rose. We get it. Norm Van Leer did not win the MVP. Derrick Rose did. But once again, Norm Van Leer was a very good player that played on a very good Chicago Bulls team. These guys were good, man. But no Norm Van Leer jersey retirement. But Jerry Sloan is there. Bob Love is there. Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen. Are they going to retire Tony Kukoc's number? Tony Kukoc's jersey didn't get retired. He played what? I don't even know. 7, 6, 7, 8 seasons for Chicago Bulls. Was a key member for a 3-peat Chicago Bulls team, Tony Kukoc. A key member. And we all know that he's in the Hall of Fame mostly because of his European career. But he had a very solid NBA career. No, he didn't win an MVP. But once again, if you're retiring Derrick Rose's jersey, it's basically to me as an emotional, it's a sympathy jersey retirement. To me, he did not earn that by playing a significant amount of time on the Chicago Bulls and, leading them to a championship or an NBA Finals. None of these things. But you don't retire Tony Kukoc's number. How about Horace Grant? Is Horace Grant jersey should be retired? He was a key member of a 3-peat championship. Was he not? Horace Grant, a key member of the Chicago Bulls. Right? It was Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant. They were the 3 main guys on those championship teams. Horace Grant's jersey is not retired, and I'm not saying that he deserves a jersey retirement, but if you retire Derrick Rose's jersey, you open the door for these other conversations. Norm Van Leer, like I said, Tony Kukoc, Horace Grant. What about Dennis Rodman? You didn't retire Dennis Rodman in 91, but you retired Derrick Rose? To me, once again, it doesn't add up to me. 3-time champion, all those rebounding championships that he won in Chicago Bulls. He only played 3 years for the Bulls, but like I said, if you're going to retire Derrick Rose, you open the door for these other conversations, these other players, man. I just don't understand. You got to get Rodman's jersey retired. You got to get Tony Kukoc's jersey retired. Horace Grant, I don't know. But, I mean, damn, Norm Van Leeuwen's jersey should be retired then. I don't get it. And then let's think about Andre Iguodala, guys. To me, once again, another complex situation, a little bit different circumstances. We know what Andre Iguodala meant, emotionally. Once again, these are emotional things, man. We all know that the Golden State Warriors fans love Andre Iguodala. We get it. He won the 2015 Finals MVP. Great on Andre Iguodala, man. Like I said, if you want to put these guys in a ring of honor, I got no problem with that. If you want to give these guys carte blanche at the functions, at the arena, they don't got to pay for nothing. They don't got to pay for tickets. They could bring a guest. They could sit up in the owner's box. They could get free food and drink. No problem with all of that. That's great. You want to give them their own parking spot? Like I said, you want to put their name up in the Ring of Honor. No problem with these guys. The jersey retirements for me, overboard. It's way too much. It's ridiculous. Like I said, you've lowered the standard now. So now all these other guys, they should get their jersey retired. And I'm going to explain this to you now. Now, a lot of people don't understand the Philadelphia Warriors, the San Francisco Warriors, the Golden State Warriors now. Their franchise started as the Philadelphia Warriors, guys. I feel like a lot of people don't understand how deep the history, the tradition of the Warriors is. They've been around for a long, long time, guys, in the 50s. Remember, they started as the Philadelphia Warriors. Remember, Will Chamberlain played for the Philadelphia Warriors. And the Philadelphia Warriors became the San Francisco Warriors, which became the Golden State Warriors. Right? And then when we think about the Philadelphia Sixers, right? Because a lot of people get, confused with the Philadelphia Warriors and Philadelphia Sixers. The Syracuse Nationals became the Philadelphia Sixers, guys. The Syracuse Nationals. That team became the Sixers, the Philadelphia Sixers. The Philadelphia Warriors did not become the Philadelphia Sixers. So let's get that history lesson out of the way right there. So now with that out of the way, I'm going to explain to you guys why Andre Iguodala should not have his jersey retired. Or if they're going to retire his jersey, which they did, then now you must retire other guys' jerseys that play for your franchise because you're disrespecting greater players than Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala was not a great player on the Warriors. Once again, he was better on the Sixers. If the Sixers wanted to retire his number, I wouldn't agree with that, but that would make more sense to me. They drafted him there. He made his only All-Star appearance in Philadelphia, right? He was like their main guy in Philadelphia. Andre Iguodala, right? The crossover between him and Allen Iverson, it just missed. But you had Andre Iguodala, to me, like I said, was better. He was like a much better player on the Sixers, easily. In the Warriors, he played a role. He was a role player alongside Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, right? The team. He played a role, and he was great in the 2015 Finals. He came in and he played his role. He did his job, man, and he was the X factor, and he won a Finals MVP. That was the recognition he got. That's what he deserved. He did not deserve to have a jersey retirement now, though. Once again, all emotional. Andre Iguodala won 4 championships on the Warriors. He's part of all 4 of those teams. A lot of people forget he was on that last 2022 team because the man, I think, played 6 minutes a game in the finals. He played in 4 of the 6 games, guys. Andre Iguodala on that 2022 team. So he didn't have any impact on that team. He's a locker room guy, right? That's why they brought him back, to be a locker room leader, a voice in the locker room. That's great. That doesn't get your jersey retired, though, guys. Once again, if we think about the history of the franchise, let's go back. The Warriors have retired, I believe, Will Chamberlain's number, Tom Meshery, I believe the guy's name is, Al Attles, who was a coach and a player, Rick Barry, obviously we all know Rick Barry, one of the great small forwards, one of the great players in the history of the game. Chris Mullin, one of the great players on the Dream Team, and Nate Thurman, once again, one of the great players from the 60s, into the early 70s, one of the great two-way centers in the history of the game, a monster rebounder, and just one of the strongest players, one of the toughest guys in the history of the game. They retire these guys' numbers. Okay. Now, we all know they're going to retire Steph Curry's jersey. They're probably going to retire Klay Thompson's number. Now you have to. See, now you have to retire Klay Thompson's jersey. Now you have to retire Draymond Green's jersey. And to me, these guys are not jersey retirement people, man. They're just not. People can, you don't have to agree with me, that's fine. But I'm telling you, they're not. They did not earn that level of respect or that honor, guys. They were not that great of players. Steph Curry, easily jersey retirement. But you're telling me no one deserves to wear Draymond Green's number? No one deserves to wear Andre Iguodala's number? It's shocking to me, man. So let's think about this now. To me, if we think about someone like Paul Arizin, how the hell is Paul Arizin's jersey not retired, but you retired Andre Iguodala's? That's a joke to me. Once again, that's slap in the face to the history of your franchise. You guys are not keeping the history intact. You guys are not educating the people out there. Paul Arizin, who I've brought up many times on this channel, gave up 2 years of his prime to fight in the Korean War, in the Marines. 2 years of his prime. He played for the Philadelphia Warriors, guys. The Philadelphia Warriors. The man averages 22 points a game, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a Hall of Famer. An all-star, literally every year he played for the Philadelphia Warriors. Won Rookie of the Year. All NBA selections. I mean, it's insane. But Paul Arizin's jersey's not retired, but you retire Andre Iguodala's? It's BS, man. Once again, Andre Iguodala did not earn that honor over a Paul Arizin. Paul Arizin's jersey's not there, but Andre Iguodala's there. Once again, you're exposing yourselves, the Golden State Warriors, man. You're not keeping your tradition or your history. You're not keeping it, man. You're not keeping up with it. You're not respecting it. Paul Arizin's jersey needs to be retired now. It needs to be retired now. If you put Andre Iguodala's there, it's actually sad. How about Guy Rodgers? They don't want to retire Guy Rodgers' jersey. You don't retire his number. He was a full-time all-star for the Philadelphia Warriors. Andre Iguodala ain't sniffing all-star team on the Warriors. Yes, we understand. He was a Finals MVP. He won a championship. He was a key member on that team. He was a role player, guys. Role players don't get jerseys retired, man. They don't. Now when you have guys like Paul Arizin, who's a Hall of Fame player, one of the great players of your franchise, his jersey's not retired. Guy Rodgers, once again, another Hall of Fame player, but not Hall of Fame, but another good player playing 4 All-Star teams. I believe he has 2 assist titles on the Philadelphia Warriors franchise. You didn't retire his number. How about Tom Gola? They're going to retire Tom Gola's number? See, these are some of the guys that play for that franchise that a lot of people forgot about. That, to me, they deserve a jersey retirement. Easily, Paul Arizin jersey should be retired by the Warriors if you're retiring Andre Iguodala's, guys. So these are the facts, man. To me, none of these guys' jerseys should have been retired. They did not earn that honor. They just were not that. It wasn't that level. I understand the Derrick Rose. I get Andre Iguodala, guys. I understand that. But once again, there are other players that play for those franchises that were more worthy or deserve that honor. More or just as much as a Derrick Rose or an Andre Iguodala, guys. Vince Carter, no way Vince Carter's jersey should be retired in New Jersey. No way in hell. I don't agree with that at all. And the Udonis Haslem is a joke. The Udonis Haslem thing to me, once again, was a sympathy thing. Oh, man, this guy played for us all these years. Never played 82 games for you guys, though. Never once played 82 games in this season. In the last, 7, 8 years he was on the Heat, the man was just there taking up a roster spot. Not even playing any games. Go look at his resume. The man never played those last 7, 8 years. He was on the team taking up a roster spot, man, just because he was a good locker room guy? Just because you guys felt some level of loyalty to him? That's a joke, man. That doesn't get you a jersey retirement. It gets you a ring of honor. It gets you a carte blanche I get that stuff. Not a jersey retirement, guys. Once again, you're going to start putting these guys in the Hall of Fame. You're going to put Udonis Haslem in the Hall of Fame now? Now all of a sudden, Andre Iguodala's a Hall of Famer now? Draymond Green, once again, we've lowered the standard. And I think that's the key here we need to remember, guys. Whether you agree with me or not, or you agree with these decisions or not, the standard has been lowered. I think we can all agree on that. The standard for a Hall of Fame has been lowered. The standard for retired jerseys been lowered, guys. Those are the facts. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.